What's up, Urban Mystics? Welcome to the Urban Mystic Academy. My name is Unique Divination, and this is my first free workshop, okay? So, I don't expect too many people to be on. It's Friday night. People are out having a good time, doing what they got to do. I, however, have stuff to do, so I'm not worried about whether there's a crowd or not. There's a method to my madness going on here, so welcome to my free workshop. There will be no readings. Please don't ask about any readings. This is going to be a workshop on time management, okay? So, I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I go about managing my time, right? I'm a mother of two, currently adopting my nephew. I'm a wife. I have a full-time job, and I am currently 2 classes left into my master's program, right? So in all of this, and with doing all of this, I balance this here, my business for the past 3 years. So um, I'm trying to get all this information out to you guys. It's in my head, and I'm gonna get it out and be able to help you guys slowly succeed and level up in whatever it is you choose to do and however you choose to use this information. So as I mentioned, I've been doing tarot. I've been doing my business for 3 years, right? I've been reading tarot for over roughly a little bit over 10 years. And then I went professional with it for the past 3 years. I've also incorporated natural products into my business and non-tangible products like digital products and stuff into my business as well. So let me see here. So what is time management? Time management is the ability to use one's time effectively or productively, especially at work. Okay. So time management, you are able, hey love, how you doing? You are able to get a certain amount of things done in a certain amount of a lot of time, depending how you use your time, right? So the most important thing that you need to do if you are trying to learn how to manage your time wisely is get some type of journal, get a planner, make a checklist. Something needs to be created so that you can be able to keep track, right? And that's going to be the second thing I'm going to talk about. Um, so, in any point of the day, say, all right, you're getting up, it's the morning time, all right? You need to have a clear focus of what it is that you want to do for the day. We're not even going to go into, week, monthly. We're going to just start off by managing our day. All right. So you want to wake up, you get your journal out, right? And you pretty much want to have a clear focus of what you're doing for the day. So you want to write down everything that you want to take care of for the day, right? Hey to everybody who's watching. My name is Unique Divination. And you are currently watching, if you're tuning in, to my free workshop, right? This is my first video to the start of my workshops. And this one is going to be on time management, okay? I'm not doing any free readings. Hey, what's going on, Bo? No free readings tonight. This is strictly a workshop, right? No replay. So if you are going to watch this, I recommend you get pens, you get pencils, get a notebook, to take down some notes, okay? Let me get some. I gotta have some music, yo. I've searched non-copyrighted background music, so hopefully YouTube don't knock me for this, but I need something to help me out here. So wise feminine, as I was stating earlier, I'm talking about time management. Hey, Apple New York, how are you? Like I said, I'm discussing time management and how we can utilize our time effectively to make the most out of our day, to maximize our day, right? So I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit for the people that are starting to come in. I really didn't expect anybody to come on. It's Friday, late at night. I thought everybody'd be out partying and stuff like that. So, but I appreciate you guys popping up. Hey, South City brother. So, what's going on, y'all? So this is about time management. Time management. Time management. How many of us need more time management in our lives? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And I'm just gonna recap what I had went over so far, which I didn't get that far into it. Okay. So how many of you guys have an issue with time management? How many of us, how many of you have so many things to do and you just can't get them done, especially things that need to be done? It feels like it's not enough hours in the day, right? So the first thing we need to understand and we need to know is that and I'm gonna use the top two people right now that I could think of, Beyonce and Rihanna. So Beyonce is phenomenal, right? No problem is studying, right? Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to squeeze in things that you have to do when you have so much to do. Hold on, y'all. This is irritating me. All right. So, like I was saying, Beyonce and Rihanna, these women are phenomenal, right? Beyonce has the most. She's the most disciplined woman damn near in the world, right? Who's walking the face of the planet right now. Rihanna too. They're just very disciplined. But just keep in mind, she has the same 24 hours in the day that you and I have, right? I procrastinate too. I may not have too much going on right now, but I know I want to start making things happen. Right. So, in order to stop procrastinating, in order to start making things part of your routine, true, to a certain degree, but we all know how hands-on. Wise Feminine says Beyonce, they got assistants. We know how hands-on Beyonce is. And I'm sure all of y'all saw that Netflix documentary. She had her hands in every single piece of that documentary. And of Coachella. The whole thing. Even though she had assistants, she was the number one person to go to. So she had to coordinate all of that. She had people to help her, but she still has to abide by the same 24 hours that me and you go through, right? And she still has things that she has to personally get done in order for things to happen, right? So, number one, we have to create a routine. You have to create a ritual. And so people don't understand how much ritual is important for us, right? Everything we do is a ritual. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you get ready, whether you go to work, you get your kids to school, and we literally do the same things over and over and over and over and over again. The things that you do on a day-to-day basis have become effortlessly because you've done them so much. It's now routine. It's now second nature. Your conscious mind has now passed off these abilities to your subconscious mind, right? So just keep in mind, everything happens or we become accustomed to doing things because of ritual, right? That's first and foremost. So the things that I'm going to be talking about that we implement in order to help us are things that we're going to have to do on a daily basis, in order for them to be effective, right? And then the tip for studying, I just want to throw this out here. This has nothing to do with Kind of does. For studying, you want to make sure that you study when you feel like studying. You can't force yourself to study. Okay. And this is me. I've been in school since 2002 in college, right? Actually, 2000. It's what, 2019? I've been in school damn near 19 years. Um, Study when you feel like it. Do not force yourself to study. Study what you don't know. Don't worry about what you do know. You can briefly go through it, but you always study what you don't know, and you only study when you feel. If you only feel like looking at something for 5 minutes, then that's it. All right. But um, and so you kind of want to make that a habit. Maybe if you want to set aside 5 minutes a day or something. But I don't force myself. So that kind of doesn't fit into the time management thing because there's no. But I just wanted to throw that out there, Apple New York, because I saw that you had, you said you were struggling with studying. So but yeah, so we want to get back to. I'm trying. I'm a nerd, low key. It's a lot of information. I'm a mortgage broker. Okay, it's nothing wrong being a nerd because I'm a nerd too. I've been trying to find my tribe, and I guess y'all finally coming through or whatever. So don't even worry about that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So yeah, just don't stress. Don't force anything. Study when you feel like it, but leave the book out so you know it's there. Leave it open. Yes, nerds unite. I've been looking for my tribe for a long time, y'all. And it's crazy because a lot of the things that I was into when I was in school, I was born in '82, right? So a lot of the things, and then I grew up in two different areas. I grew up in the suburbs for a certain part of my life, and then I grew up in the inner city. So I got the best of both worlds. I'm a nerd and I be in the streets. You know what I mean? But yeah, and it's like the things that I was into or I was interested in, I was shunned. I was called a weirdo. I was just like blackballed from the black community. you know, um, a lot of black people really didn't fuck with me. They didn't vibe with me because of the things that I was into. But I was into everything. I'd never have limited myself to just one thing. So and I don't even resent the black community. It is what it is. I don't resent them. But what I do like now is that I see the younger generation doing things that I wanted to do openly and freely without being judged. So I support the younger generation, man. People want to shit on the younger generation, but they're becoming more and more tolerant of things that we just weren't tolerant of when we were growing up. So it pisses me off. It's like, you know what? I was doing that shit when I was younger and everybody was looking at me like I was a weirdo. But it is what it is. I'm not even mad about it. On to the next one. So, um, so journal, okay? Writing things down. If you want to create a habit or a ritual of good time management, you're going to have to start off with a journal, right? You're going to have to start off with a journal, and you're going to have to track and evaluate what you do each day for 7 days, right? 7. Each day for 7 days. I don't know. So get a journal Sunday, and you can write down, you can start in the morning and write down what it is you intend to do for the day. Keep that journal on you everywhere. And if there's new things that have to be done, write them in there, right? Write them in there. So Sunday, you can write down everything, right? If you have to add in things as the day goes by, add them in. Monday, you wake up, you write out what your goals are, what you're going to do, right? Don't even worry about trying to manage the time at first. Right now, we just want to track what we're doing. I have a problem with writing things down. I forget things a lot. Okay, we got phones. You got Siri that can help you out. You've got voice memo. So think modern, right? I'm doing basics because, but we can even think modern. Voice memo, they've got all types of apps for that. But the whole point is you want to develop some type of system to track what it is you're doing throughout the day, right? Yeah, right. So whatever I think of, if there's some way that you can modernize it, you know, comment, let me know, whatever, you know, put it out there for everybody to, you know, be able to use. So yeah, definitely. Um, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every day you're gonna wake up, write what it is you're intending to do. As the day goes on and you see there's more things, then you add them in there. All right. No problem, no problem. So so Saturday night, you're going to look at everything that's happened throughout the past week, right? Um, you're gonna check off what was accomplished, what wasn't accomplished, what was priority, what wasn't priority. What distracted you from getting those things done? Now, if you want to sit here and do this at the end of each day, you can even do that. If you don't feel like you know, you have it enough in you to recap every night. Recap every night. Um, what did I get done? What didn't I get done? Before you want to hurt yourself and get all upset because of the lack of discipline, let's praise ourselves for what we have accomplished so far, right? Praise yourself for that. Don't beat yourself up, okay? But just look at what you didn't get done, what you got done that could have waited, because we're going to get into prioritizing, right? What you got done that could have waited, what you didn't get done, why you didn't do it, and then we move on from there, right? So this is going to allow you to see what you're doing with your time. Literally, you know, if you write on your day that you sat on Facebook for an hour, write it down, be honest. Nobody's going to see this but you. So you don't want to cheat yourself. Be honest with yourself. And spiritually, this is a part of shadow work. Whenever we start doing things that we really don't want to do, you know, or things that we really need to change to better ourselves, you know, we're kind of doing some shadow work here. So not only are you helping yourself physically and mentally, like it's all spiritual, everything's all connected. So you're aligning yourself spiritually as well, right? Um, what else here? I'm sitting here looking at my notes. So we got the journal, keep track of daily activities. Number 3, eliminate distractions. Eliminate distractions. I have developed ADHD. I don't know when I have, but for some reason, um, all of a sudden now when I go to do things, I'm picking up my phone, I'm checking social media. The phone is the worst. It's become the worst for me because I don't really watch TV like that. I'm not a big TV person. I'm like a YouTube kind of person, but yeah, hey Patty, what's up, girl? So yeah, so things that I do, I turn my phone off. I'll just turn it off and I'll leave it in another room. It gets that bad, right? It is what it is, right? So if you have to literally turn your phone off and put it in another room, you got to do what you got to do. I will purposely, because sometimes I get lazy, I'll leave my phone in my room and I'll come downstairs and work because I know I'm not going back up there, right? So I'll get the phone when I get to it. So cut it off. When's the last time you cut your phone off? Do you remember the last time you actually cut it off? Like, we don't even be cutting our phones off. We just, battery get low, you put it right on the charger. Don't even cut it off anymore, right? So cut your phone off. Cut your phone off. Cut the TV off. Cut the TV off. The television programming. Cut it off. It's a distraction. Noises really don't distract me. I'm my oldest of 4, so I grew up in a kind of noisy house. So for me, noise wouldn't be a factor. Some people can't concentrate where there's a lot of noise. Go somewhere where there's a quiet area. If you have a furnished basement, shit, the bathroom. I know I do a lot of good studying in the bathroom. Shit, you know. Um, in the bathroom, go sit in your car. Go sit in your car. If you got to get focused for certain things, you know. I don't be watching TV. Like, I like music though. That's why I like to have my phone. Right. Now, there are things that can help you like boost your memory, or your those like the binaural beats and stuff like that to help you concentrate and to help you focus. If you want to do that, if you can turn those on and put your phone down and not like pick your phone back up to look at it, then you're good, right? um but there are so many ways to eliminate distractions. If you've got, if it's a two-parent home and you've got kids, ask hubby, wife, whoever, girlfriend, boyfriend, to go take the kids somewhere. Can you go do something with the kids? I need to study, I need to do this. Or like I said, leave, go somewhere else, go to a library. You don't always have to be in your home sometimes. So you got to get out your comfort zone. You're going to have to get out your comfort zone in order to instill the habits that you want, right? Apple, New York. I'm normally good with exams. I missed national by 2 points. Oh man, yeah, yeah. And so that ain't about nothing. You know what I mean? 2 points off, just a little bit more studying, a little bit more focusing, it could have got you a long way, right? So we know that we need to eliminate distractions, people, places, and things. There may be people in your life that don't want to do nothing but just gossip, hang out, don't want to do anything with their life. They don't want to better themselves. So I go to the library to get out the house. Exactly. And I know that, once I start getting more of these workshops out, and once school's over, I've already been looking at libraries. Like, I'm hitting the library out. Like, it's so many things that we can do. I got to get out of my comfort zone in this house. If I didn't have to leave the house, I would never leave the house, y'all. Like, I am such a fucking introvert. I could shop. I could do everything. Literally, I buy groceries sometimes. I get them delivered here. I don't even leave my house. I shop online, everything, even food, So my husband sometimes gets upset with me because, like, I literally won't leave the fucking house, but there's got to be some type of balance. I'm energetic and the people like to lay around all day. Exactly. And so that energy rubs off on you, right? When people are low vibration, when they don't have a lot of energy, when they're lazy, when they don't really want to do anything, they're going to bring you down. That energy is going to bring you down. Okay. If that person lives with you on a daily basis, you're going to have to do things to combat that friction. Um, House cleansing, saging, moving furniture around to disrupt that type of frequency and energy. You're going to have to constantly be, you know, trying to dispel that energy, right? Or just have a talk with this person and say, look, your energy's rubbing off on me. We got to do something here, right? But people, places, and things, eliminate, 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 eliminate. You're so right. Yes, I dealt with gossip and haters in circles. I cut them off. They brought negative energy every time. Let's hang out during exam. Then I take exams. Exactly, right? And if you're on a certain path, if you're on a certain discipline, right? If you're focused, what I've been realizing dealing with people, right? A lot of people ain't focused. A lot of people, some people like the idea. I don't know if y'all know who Derek Grace is, the in-home banking guy, tattoos, dreads everywhere, makes millions of dollars, training his daughters and his son to carry guns and stuff like that. This guy has a lot of money. And, I was just watching one of his live streams the other day, and he literally said that some people only like the idea of things. Some people only like the idea of getting money, the idea of losing weight, the idea of living a natural lifestyle, the idea of eating nutritional. People really don't want to do this because it's really hard work. It's uncomfortable. It's getting you out of your comfort zone. Okay. Humans are very complacent. We're complacent creatures. We're creatures of habit. We literally, if you break somebody out of their habit, it's going to take a lot, right? So remember that. Remember that, right? When you're going to seem as motivated to do things and everybody around you is like, I get it all the time. I don't even share my ideas, and I don't really have anybody to share them with anymore because everybody done fell to the wayside. People I thought were cool, I'm finding out that they not and stuff like that. Apple, New York, you're so right. My ex best friend texted me. He's starting school in August. I'm like, when I was taking my exam, he was a distraction. Right. Dreamers, non-movers. Right, wise feminine. Patty K. I keep a planner and make sure I stick to it, and it's hard. And now that I'm not working, it's difficult. Exactly. Exactly. And then don't factor in if we're dealing with depression, if we're dealing with anxiety, if we're dealing with stress. Women, if you're PMS and if you're on your cycle, these are extra things that you have to fucking push through. Okay. I've dealt with depression. I deal with anxiety. I deal with stress. Y'all know that I share this with you guys, so you guys know that it ain't just y'all, right? So these are all these factors that you have to push through, right? But you can do it because I'm doing it. So you can do it, right? It's just a matter of continuously doing the same thing, right? Right, right. So stop talking about things and become a doer, right? Become a doer. There are so many people that just love the idea of things, and I understand that, and I realized that I had to separate myself from a lot of people, right? Really, the only people I deal with is my clients, the people from my business, my kids, and my muggle job. Like, I literally don't have everybody else is either an associate or I'm networking. I don't have anybody because I don't have time for distraction. I got too much going on. Apple, New York. I'm so trying. I turned down these jobs in Detroit and California. Right. So eliminate distractions, people, places, and things. There will be places that will be a distraction, right? Um, if you go a certain place, if you go out somewhere, wherever it may be, you may be there for 3 hours not doing shit, right? When you could have accomplished so much things. And I'm not saying don't go nowhere and have a good time, but if you got things to do, you got things to do. We need to knock that out first. You're working for yourself, right? You're working for yourself. You're right. Well, it's a very isolated journey. Like, I really didn't realize how many people really don't want to work hard for things in life. They want to say they want to do it, but they never really want to do it. Excuse my table, y'all. I didn't even feel like cleaning my dining room table off. um. So yeah. And so you've got the checklist. You've got the journal. You've actually tracked what it is that you're doing throughout the day. I think my ex was my best friend, brought me amongst his circle. They have negative energy. Yeah. And it happens. It happens. And you stay protected, man. You gotta stay protected. Right? You gotta stay protected. Return to sender. I have a sigil. Is it anywhere near here? No, it's nowhere here. But I have the sigil that I use. It's a return to sender, and it just sends back every fucking thing around that I don't have time for, right? So we talked about getting the journal, keeping track of what you're doing, um, keeping focus. Rama, I'm not doing readings tonight. You didn't see nobody asking for a reading. I'm not doing readings. If you saw my title to my YouTube notification, it's a free workshop. No readings tonight, okay? Um, Patty, this is why I stopped reading books and doing stuff. I've acquired enough knowledge for now. It's just about applying all the shit. Exactly. Um, okay, yeah. Make sure you pay attention to what the notification says, because I'm going to be notifying of my free workshops through the text message notification. And like I said, if you get it through YouTube, just make sure you check the title. Um, okay, and I'm gonna let y'all know now that I'm going to be going live a lot, and most likely they may not be free readings because I'm trying to get information out to y'all, right? I've got a game plan going on and I'm gonna break it down. Now, I also want you to know that any video titled a workshop is a no replay, but once I edit it, I'm gonna put it back out there. It's gonna be 11.11 for 24 hours, $11.11 for 24 hours. After 24 hours, I don't know what the cost of it's gonna be at this time. Okay. The workshops are going to get more intricate. This is, pretty much basic because this is my first one. So, but they're going to get more intricate. They're going to get more detailed. They're going to have more content in them. Okay. So I'm just trying to set up the framework right now. Right. So if you miss this, or if you don't take any notes, there's no replay unless you choose to buy it for 11.11. And if you don't get it within that 24 hours, I don't know what it's going to be after that. Okay. So I'm serious, y'all. I told you I was going to get this information out, and I got to do it. I literally came home from work with a plan. I just came home from work. I put my nephew to sleep and I came down here and I'm getting a business. I didn't even care if anybody was going to be tuned in at this point because I've got to get this content out, right? Prosperity over popularity. I don't care if it's one person watching this video. If you've gained something from this, you know, that's what matters to me, right? Prosperity over popularity. All right, Apple, New York. I got sage and crystals and prayed. I feel their negative energy is still surrounding me. I'm a light worker and I'm used to having negative people around me. So we got to learn how to balance that energy. It's negative energy everywhere at all times, right? Learn how to balance it, or learn how to, when it comes your way, learn how to transform it. You can either bounce it back or you can transform it and utilize that energy, right? But that's going to be a whole nother topic here. But stay protected. If you're interested in my return to sender sigil, let me know. Email me and I'll just send it to you. It's a sigil. So, you know, if you're interested in my return to sender. I don't want to get off topic. Because I'm going to lose my train of thought. So we talked about getting the journal. Yeah, using that frustration and that momentum. So we talked about getting the journal. We talked about keeping track of your activities, writing down what you're doing, anything that you see yourself doing that wasn't on the list, incorporating it. We talked about it doesn't just have to be pen and paper. It can be, we're in 2019. If you want to do voice memo, you want to do voice planner, whatever you have to do to assist you, that's what we need to get done. Eliminate distractions, people, places, and things, right? Now, once you've written down everything that you've done, you need to eliminate things that are not priority, right? You don't have to get every single thing done in the day, right? You do not have to get every single thing done in the day. What you have to get done is the things that have the most priority. What do you do that takes up the most of your time or needs to be done, right? For instance, say if I don't make any drops because I have a website, but say if I was a store, right? You know, maybe my day would consist of, you know, opening the store, greeting customers, making a deposit, ordering supplies, right? So on my checklist, opening the store is not going to be the last. That's the most important thing. I can't make the money if the store is not open. So, you know, literally look at your task and say, what's the most valuable thing? What on this list has to be done? No matter what, it has to be done. What on this list, if I don't do it, it's not going to make or break me, right? And then you can label priority 1 being the most important, 10 being the least. I'm about to get to the multitasking stuff, okay? Because I used to be a multitasker in my younger years. When my brain was fresh, I cannot multitask anymore. I don't know what happened. I think after like 33 or some shit, like it just snaps and it goes away. When I was 20 something years old, I could do about 10 things at one fucking time and they all be done right. Let me try to do 3 things at one time. Something gonna mess up. Okay. And I really see it like when I'm trying to post on social media and do other things, I'm missing hashtags, I'm doing all types of weird stuff because I'm not focusing. So that segue into the next topic, which is no more multitasking. No, stop it. That was the hardest thing for me to let go of because I'm a multitasker, or at least I thought I used to be. I'm not anymore. I'm just not, right? And I rush through everything. I need to learn to take my time. That's number 1. Quantity over quality. No, I said that wrong. Nix that. Quality over quantity, right? I have so much information I want to give to y'all. But if I'm just going to sit here and just fucking put out anything just because I want to get it out, oh, they need this now. I'm not even checking things. I'm just putting it out there. No, because number 1, did I edit? Did I look over the information that I was presenting to you? Oh, is there some more information that I can add on there? Did I explain this correctly? So not only do you not want to multitask, you do not want to rush into things, because when you start rushing into things, you're going to make mistakes. It's inevitable. Take your time. Take your time. And that's why we're prioritizing, right? So no more multitasking. You're going to do one thing at a time, because when you multitask, right, you're starting various things, but what are you really finishing? And then how long is it going to take for you? You didn't start at 5 things, right? And so now you have 5 things that's left open. And like now, instead of doing one thing, all right, I'm doing this. I've done it till it's complete. It's done. Move on to the next thing. I'm doing that until it's complete. It's done. I moved on to the next thing. I'm doing this until it's complete. I'm done. Instead of I've opened up 5 things and I keep going back and forth into the one thing, and you're going to mess something up, right? And like I said, I don't know what happened after 30 something, but I literally cannot multitask like I did when I was younger. It's just not possible for me to do it anymore. Although I love to think that I'm young at heart, I'm 36 years old, as much as I hate to say that. Look, I got all choked up and shit. Like I subconsciously didn't even want to admit that. Like I'm 36. I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 in December, right? I'll be forgetting how old I am now. It's just crazy. But so there's no way. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to stay in my lane, and I'm going to do one thing at a time. I'm going to do this one thing, I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to move on to something else, and I'm going to finish it, right? So stop trying to be Superwoman, stop trying to be Superman, stop trying to do things that it's just not feasible anymore. Especially if you're getting up there in age. Like I said, I just can't do it. I'm just not a multitasker type of person anymore. I used to be very good at it, not anymore. So in order to stop multitasking, it's recommended that you plan your day in blocks and set specific time aside for meetings, calls, and any things that you have to do. And whenever you see yourself multitasking, if you see yourself, and I do it all the time, I'll be typing and then I'll see something over here and I literally will say, stop, unique, type. Like I have to talk to myself out loud to kind of like put myself back on track. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. So once you see yourself, you're doing something and you're doing something else, right? It's all good shit. Like who else gonna keep me on track? Nobody. So I gotta do it, right? Doing something, see something, stay focused, right? And so once you start, it's like redirecting. I don't know if any of you guys are in the early child care. I also used to be in the early child care when I was younger. Um, Worked in daycares and stuff like that. And when children are acting up, when they're showing out, when they're not behaving, you redirect them, right? No, don't do that. Let's do this instead. So it's like you're gonna have to redirect your brain. Um, who's knocking? Who is that? Come here, boy. What you doing? And why are you not in the bed? And who are you knocking to? Whose door are you knocking on? Come here. Oh, this boy, I swear. um, Dang, you made me lose my train of thought. So, right, and so with children, you have to redirect them, right? When they're not listening, when they're not doing what you want them to do. So you use words to kind of grab their attention and steer them back where you need them to be. It works with adults too. Come here, son. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. I'm teaching, okay? All right. Now, why are you knocking on the door? You're supposed to be asleep, right? Okay. Go back up in your room. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Hi, what's wrong with your TV? All right, well, it's bedtime, so the TV's gonna have to stay off, okay? I go back upstairs. I'll be up there shortly. To edit that part out. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm adopting him. He's my only nephew, and he just started transitioning, actually spending the night here. So I'm just letting him get comfortable, and things like that. So yeah, so redirecting. We're gonna have to redirect our brains, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Not everybody is built with these mechanisms, but you can train yourself to be able to incorporate these things, and they will be like second nature, right? And that brings it back to what I was talking about earlier as far as ritual is concerned. When you continuously do things, it becomes a ritual, right? So if you work on doing these things consistently, it becomes a ritual. And I think it's like it takes 17 or 18 times to do something before it becomes a habit, right? So just imagine if you actually check your journal or your voice memo or look at what you're doing 18 times throughout the day. It's getting instilled in your brain. And that may seem like a lot, but let me tell you something. The way how companies and advertising and marketing, the way how they get you to buy things is that they just keep pushing it in your face, right? Commercials. Oh my God, that fucking Chance the Rapper ad. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot stand that commercial with Doritos commercial. I can't stand it. Every time I turn around, it's in my face. It's there. And it's like they know I hate it. But if you notice with marketing and advertising, they're continuously showing you the same thing over and over because it's repetition. Repetition will make you believe things that ain't even true, right? It's called propaganda, right? And so the government knows about occult, magic, black magic, everything, right? And they utilize magic to program us, right? Sorcery, all that stuff. Sigils, logos are sigils, right? But we'll get into that later. Logos are sigils. They're sigils. Um, but repetition. Repetition is what's going to break your habits, right? Any type of habit. So, um, at the end of each day, like I said, once you realized everything they told us was evil, man, look, I could get into that stuff and maybe I will in another date and time, but people don't realize, like, man, but once you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you know what's to be prioritized and what's to be eliminated, that checklist is going to look a lot different, right? And so I recommend y'all do that. If give y'all a little homework assignment. Um, for the next 7 days, track what y'all doing. Track what you're doing. If you want to do it by the day, track what you're doing, incorporate, any other thing that you didn't write down throughout the day. Prioritize what you're doing. Eliminate tasks for the day. And at the end of the day, see how much you got accomplished once you implement what we discussed here tonight and see how much time you actually really have, right? When you put that phone down, um, now I see that phones, I don't know if it's the actual app itself or if it's the phone, but I know that now your phone will shut down if you're like on Instagram for too long. I didn't really look into it like that because um, I overcome at times I've overcome. I learned how to just shut the phone off. Vision boards are good for like a really reminder of what we want to accomplish. And that's time management on a bigger scale. That's absolutely dope. So, right. So not only can we micromanage our time daily, weekly, monthly, we can think bigger and use vision boards to create what it is we want to see done for the year, right? And then, as you're knocking them down, you can put a check next to whatever's on your vision board. You can add a star if you want to continue to make it look aesthetically pleasing. Little things that you can add on there when you have accomplished things, right? And when you accomplish something, reward yourself. Recognition, that is the key to instilling what you're doing into your subconscious mind, right? You do, and then you give a reward. It's just like that old experiment with one of them white motherfuckers with the dog, and you ring the bell, and the dog salivates, and you feed it or some weird shit. You know what I'm talking about? old ass experiments they used to do back in the day, for training people, right? But reward, right? You do, and yeah. See, y'all know what I was talking about. My brain is done. Reward, recognition for yourself. So what I've been doing, y'all, because what I've been doing. Oh, I need to drop these forms for y'all too. What I've been doing, because I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm grateful. For some reason, for my entire master's program, I've got 15. I'm 15 classes and I have 2 left. I've carried a 4.0 average. I don't know how the fuck. I didn't even do this. I didn't even do this for my bachelor's or my associates, right? So at the end of the semester, when I see that 4.0 come in, I'm going to treat myself, right? I'm taking some money. I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to get what I want because I worked hard. I stopped caring about how much it was. Oh, am I going to be broke after this? Because if I keep that broke mentality that I'm not going to get it back, I'm not going to get it back. I have abundance. So if I spend this on myself because I'm treating myself, because I've done so good, I'm going to get it back. I'm rewarding myself for doing the right thing. I'm going to get it back. I'm not going to be sitting here like, oh, if I spend this on myself, I'm going to be broke. I mean, I'm not going to go spend $500 and I only have a $600 check. You know what I mean? But ultimately, okay, say I got $500, I'm taking 60 and I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go get a pedicure. You know, maybe I wanted to get some buy some products. Maybe I want to shop, small business owner. So I just dropped my link, y'all. I got the court cards up there. I think it's $2. It's a supplemental. Well, not really a supplemental. It's another kind of course. So I just dropped that on there. And then I've got some free stuff. Hint, I wasn't going to tell anybody. I have a client on here that I picked up. I'm also managing clients now, okay? If you are interested in a 30-day free trial of taking me on and being my client to help with your business, email me explaining why I should choose to help you out, or give you this free 30-day trial service for your business. And it could be on any aspect that you need. If you need help with making a product, coming up with ideas, creating a website, if you need help with social media. But do you have card info for different sections like love, career, health? I'll get to that. I'm building up to it. Right now, I'm building a foundation, because y'all gonna need a foundation to sit on before you can even get to love, career, health. You're gonna need the meat and potatoes to get there, right? There's a method to my madness, y'all. I work from the ground up. That's the earth sign in me. I can't start here. I literally work from the ground up. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through it. It may be a little process, but it's going to be efficient. And guess what? Quality over quantity. I guarantee you, if you get any of these courses or you're in any of my workshops for reading tarot, you're going to have a different level skill set than other people, right? But that's besides the point. So, like I said, anybody that's watching this, if you want to work with me, right? Because I already have one client, I may take on 2 more. Email me. And I need to know why. I need to understand if you're passionate, if this is what you really want to do, because it's a free service. At the end of the trial, I'm gonna need a review, of all the services that was provided. So it's gonna be some type of equal exchange, but I need to know that you're as passionate as I am. I can't do this for somebody that's not into it. So that's why I need to kind of like interview, right? And I need you guys to see my results. I'm in here talking about stuff. I can tell you about what I've done all day long, but how can I really help you? So that's why I'm going to take on people 30 days free trial, right? If I suck, I suck. Let me know, be honest, right? If it works out, then we'll go from there, right? But so I need some guinea pigs. And believe me, I've been guinea pigs too. I've had branding people brand ambassador, not ambassadors, but like marketing people. I've had them help me out with what I'm doing, and I would not be able to be here if I didn't get that assistance, right? Um, but the reason why those people helped me was because they saw that I was willing to help myself. They saw that I was busting my ass and maybe my wheels was turning because I was doing stuff, but I didn't have the right information. So that's where I come in. Um, I made a lot of mistakes in my past 3 years, and I did a lot of great stuff. Like I said, my first year I made over $11,000, and I wasn't even trying. And like I said, it was just something that I was just doing just to, have a couple dollars in my pocket. I didn't even realize, at the end of the day that I had made that much. And it may not be a lot to somebody, but for somebody that doesn't have any extra, if you're just working 9 to 5 and you're making $10 an hour, $12 an hour, and after you pay all your bills, you have nothing. $11,000 extra a year is a lot of money, right? So depending on perspective, it may not be a lot. It may be a lot. But yeah, so decide what you do differently. Okay, so and then another little jewel I'm gonna drop, and I'm only dropping these jewels because it's no replay. So the only way people will find this out is if they're actually watching or if they buy it later on. In my free products that I have on Gumroad, my free products, I'm offering a fucking discounted service that's at least discounted off at like 90, almost 90%. Okay. Each free product that I drop, I'm going to offer something that's discounted at over 90%, right? I don't know if you guys have looked at my service page, uniquedivination.com, but my readings, my energy work, they've gone up. I've done a lot for people. I've sold at over 500 products, non-tangible, meaning my readings, and tangible products, meaning spell work products, well over the course of 3 years. And it's probably over 500. I'm just rounding off. I really didn't realize how much work I was putting in, how many people I was networking with across the world. Not just in America, but across the world. I've worked with people all over the world, right? And so the reason why, again, the services are discounted is because I know what it takes to get things done. And I know what people are out there charging, the people that have this information. They're charging an arm and a leg. Like, you literally got to spend a lot of money to get the type of information that I had that I didn't even realize that I was sitting on. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sitting here buying stuff. And I'm like, I'm already doing this, right? I'm buying courses from people, business builders. And I'm like, okay, I'm spent my money, but I'm doing this already, right? So I'm sitting on information that I didn't even know I was sitting on. So it's to help you guys out if you're serious about it, right? So any product that I drop that's free, there's a discounted service of at least up to 90% discounted off, right? And so at this point, is there anything, does anybody have any questions that they want to ask at this time? Any input, anything else they want to bring up about time management? Anything of that nature. Also, if you guys have anything that you want me to do a workshop on, you can text back 31996. You can text me back, right? If anything, any ideas, anything you have, you can shoot that text real quick and I'll get it. So that's just to throw that out there too. Okay. So I hope this information was beneficial to everybody that showed up. Thank you for showing up. I wasn't expecting anybody. Like I said, I just came in here and I was just going to do what I had to do because I got to start from somewhere. Prosperity over popularity, right? Quality over quantity. And that's what I'm about. So this video will self-destruct after it goes off. It will be available again after I edit it. Once it goes up, it's available for 24 hours for $11.11. And then after that, it's going to disappear and we don't know when we'll see it again, but it will not be $11 when it comes back up, okay? My content will continue to get more detailed and more into things. Like I said, this is just the basics. I like to start off at the basics. That's just how I am. I'm just like that. So thank you guys. Thank you, Urban Mystics, for coming through. Also, if you guys didn't realize, I came up with Urban Mystic Academy. Just came out of nowhere. So that's going to be what I call this little workshop type thingy, Urban Mystic Academy. All right, and then let me see. Is there anything else that I can think of? There's nothing else that I can think of. So I'm out, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will talk to y'all later. Okay. All right. Have a good night.